Hello. How's it going? Um, Welcome to another Thoughts on video. Um, Today we are playing Bully by Rockstar Games. Never really played it before. Seen it a couple times, but you know, yeah. So we're gonna play this. And today we're talking about everyone's favorite topic, love, actually. And the game choice wasn't really anything specific. I already had it downloaded. I really want to keep with the old games trend. But yeah, talking about love and what it can do to people, what it can make you feel, what it can make you think, what it can make you do. Yeah, I'll give you some of my personal thoughts and
So here I am at probably the worst school in the country, whose
whatnot.
alumni are nothing but arms dealers, serial killers, and corporate lawyers.
As soon as this guy gets done talking.
And that old creep thinks he
Oh, oop! I didn't mean to do that. Oops! I guess we're fighting now. Hey, that's not very cool. Love is one of the very things. I failed. I was busted. It's one of the very few things that will make you go above and beyond to do anything. Oh my goodness, I have to watch this again. It'll make you go, dude, come on, I was talking. It's one of those very few things that can make you go above and beyond for a person. You know, if you love someone enough, you'll do anything at all. Oh, there is a run button. And you know, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what they do to you. If they hurt you, was that Tobey Maguire? So yeah, you'll do anything no matter how they wrong you. No matter how much they don't want you, disregard you, you know. You know, you can.
You should probably change into your uniform if you don't want to get in trouble.
You will still love them no matter what. Like you promised you would. You know, that person may not have an ounce of love for you anymore. Maybe it's completely hate. That's all they have for you. No matter how much you tried or no matter how kind you were, how anything, how kind you were, how caring you were, how hard you fought for them. You know, if it's done, you know, if they stop loving you, or if they hate you, there's, I don't think anything you can do really, because, you know, you feel so strongly about them, and, you know, you have all these feelings. That doesn't mean, on the opposite side of that, as strongly as you feel about them is, they feel just as strongly against you. There we go. They feel just as strongly against you as you feel for them. And, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can fight. And, you know, fighting might work. You know, you can try to fight, but, you know, it's never a guarantee that it will amount to anything. It's never, you know, it's not like a right that you have. I need to turn this music down too, sorry. Actually, there we go. You know, they don't see what you feel. They don't feel what you feel. So, like, it's a hard gap to build a bridge across, and especially when that person you're trying to build it to keeps burning it down. You know, if that bridge keeps burning and is burning and burning and burning, I mean, if you have the willpower to rebuild it forever, like, good on you. But there will never be a bridge until someone stops lighting it on fire. Oh, okay. I guess that fits the topic of this video, I guess. I didn't expect that, honestly. Is she following me now? Okay. But yeah, that bridge is never gonna be rebuilt until, you know, someone stops lighting it on fire. And not only that, but someone wants that bridge to be built in the first place. You know, you want to be with this person. You want to be with this person more than anything, more than life itself. But, you know, if you can't get through to them, then you can't get through to them. And, you know, I like to think that, no matter where you are, that person will feel that you love them. love is, in my opinion, one of those things that no matter where you are, that person will feel it. You know, no matter where you are, no matter what they say or what you say, they'll be able to feel that you still love them.
Take care to follow my instructions precisely, as we will be working with volatile chemicals.
Oh shoot, I gotta lock in.
Carry? Carry on.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Your minds are working.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this. Messes it up immediately. You know, but that's the way life goes. I think something a lot of people forget is, like, earlier I was looking at old couples, and I was thinking, you know, how many times did those people have to forgive themselves? Did they have to sit down and have those hard conversations and,
Job well done.
you know, forgive, forgive each other, you know, whether it be the husband cheated on the wife, or the wife crashed the family car, or, you know, their dog died and they had to,
You seem to be making
you know, battle that,
here, my boy.
Just trying to fit in.
and get over that grief and deal with it, bringing them closer or further.
How you like a little slingshot, tough guy?
Sorry, I'm bad at this. But how many times did those people have to get through something hard? How many times did they lose loved ones together? Did they lose a kid, or if you know what I mean. Sorry, I just kind of stopped talking. I'm done with this guy. Yeah. So I was thinking about that. I think that those people are someone we should turn to. I know elderly couples who, you know, one cheated on the other, or one made a mistake, and, you know, it probably took years and years of forgiving each other, and I think that that's just not a thing anymore. You know, we want these perfect relationships to begin with. You want it to be perfect from the start. And, you know, in some cases it probably is perfect from the start. But
Hey, stay away from me!
This should do.
What are you, crazy or something?
But so you know what I mean? It's like how hard did they have to work to I'm gonna die because I'm not hardly paying attention. But it's like how hard did they have to work? You know, how many kids did they have to lose? How many pets did they have to lose together? How many houses did they have to sell because they didn't have enough money? Or, you know, like, uh-oh, am I gonna die? What is happening? Uh-oh, I gotta get to my class. That's not good. But yeah. So I think about that, and I think about how often those old people would look at each other and be like, I would just live in a cardboard box with you, you know, because it's ours. And how, you know, graceful and merciful they had to be to each other, how much forgiveness they had to have to get to that point where they're not becoming a statistic and being that 50% that ends in divorce.
Hello, class. The curriculum demands
How
these vocabulary assignments.
how hard did they have to work?
Finish them here in class. That way you'll have more free time. Well done.
No way, that's one of them.
That's right.
Surely not, right?
I don't think that's in the dictionary.
It is now, actually.
I'm afraid that's not English. That has to be some sort of
Am I
slang.
stupid?
Yes? Try again, James.
I feel stupid. But
Good show.
oh, there we go.
Keep it up. That has to be
That is a word.
slang. Yes?
Is it not?
Good one. That's right.
Dude, I feel stupid. But this is a word, actually. But okay.
Well done.
That's a word.
I'm afraid that's not English. I don't think that's in the dictionary. Try again, James. I don't think that's in the dictionary.
feel like I'm missing something obvious. Oh.
Well done. I'm afraid that's not English. That has to be some sort of slang, yes? That's right. I'm afraid that's not English. I don't think that's in the dictionary.
What was I gonna say?
Well done indeed.
They try so hard, and they die together. And one of them has to be alone for a little while at the end. And they're gonna end up. One of them's gonna end up dying at the end of their relationship, at the end of their lives. And, one's gonna have to spend time without the other. But so I think it's fine to be away from each other for a while. It's just that, do you find your way back? Because those people are gonna find their way back to each other. Find their way back to each other after death in heaven. But you don't know, but you could really hope. And so I think the lesson in life is that, even though we spend some time apart, how do we work to find our way back to each other? If I really love someone, or if you really love someone, you're not just going to give up. You're not just going to give up. You're not just going to stop loving someone. It doesn't work that way. We all know it doesn't work that way. You're going to do everything in your power if you lose that person to fight for them. How do I get out of like this? There we go. You're not just gonna give up on them. And is that real life? Oh no, it's in the game. I couldn't tell if the sirens were real or not. But their funny little quirks are never gonna leave your mind. You're not just gonna be like, oh well, I don't think about you anymore, because we all know that's not true. You're not gonna spend so much time with someone and just forget everything about them. Sorry, I just stopped talking for a while. And if you really miss that person and you pour your heart out for them time and time again, and they just reject it, which is possible, and they just reject you, I really don't know what you're supposed to do. But, You know, you just keep trying. If you really love that person, then you keep trying.
Little girl used to swing right there. Still see her pink bow and her brown hair. She's in the big city now, but she still calls home. She's coming back next week, and man, it's been too long.
You know, if you really love that person, you'll keep going. And you know, there's a difference between loving someone and just being obsessive over them. In my opinion, if you actually love someone, you will actually know real facts about them and like know things about them and be friends with them and like have a history, you know? And that doesn't mean it won't turn into something else, but you know, there's a line, and everyone knows what the line is. But you know, if you really love someone, I feel like you should let them know. And if you just decide, or if they just decide, you know what, I don't like you, I don't love you, I don't want anything to do with you, or even I want to hurt you on purpose, I don't know, I get a little unethical on this part, because I think that if you truly love that person, that you will do it. That you will go through that you will, you know, go through the trials and tribulations of whatever it is that person's doing to you. I think you will sit there and accept it, you know? And it's a chance, or it's a gamble, kind of, on whether or not in the end of it all they will feel anything back. But that is on you to decide, you know? It's not on anyone else.
This is gonna be fun.
Harassing some old homeless guy is fun.
It is. And you should be grateful you're not the victim for once.
I guess.
Hey, Jimmy, tell me about this guy. Does he like to go in his own pants?
But, like, you know what I mean? And if I sound a little different, I'm sorry, by the way. You know, I just kind of changed a little bit. But do you get what I'm saying? Anyone who's watching. I feel like I'm not being too concise, and I want to be more concise, but it's a topic, you know, that's different for everybody, that changes. It's ever-changing and complicated, probably the most complicated topic that you can't put it down to a T, because it's just a feeling. It's not just a feeling. Like, not to discredit it, but it is an emotion. It's an emotion that no one can put, you know, my class. No one can put precise words on how you're feeling. And, you know, that's not wrong. That doesn't make you crazy. If if no one understands you, you understand you, and I think that's more than okay. You know, I think that love is not something that other people have to understand. You know, as long as that one person that you want to be with understands, you know, what you're saying, what you're feeling, then that's all that matters. And you know, if they don't and it doesn't work out, then that's okay, because you still understand you. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I didn't even read those. Oh, this was pretty cool. Oh, dang it. Oh, okay. I see. I was doing it wrong. It's like Pac-Man. There we go. But as long as that one person understands you, knows why you're saying what you're saying, you know, and you can sit there and... But as long as that one person, like, you know, truly understands you and tries to understand you, then, like, your love makes sense. But if at the end of the day, you know, they're just like, I want nothing to do with you, I hate you, I think you're the worst ever, that's the point where you have to start reevaluating. And it really becomes, in my opinion, a courageous decision to, you know, say, this person hates me, this person wants nothing to do with me, but I still love them, so I'm still going to be here. And, you know, not everyone thinks that, but that's okay, you know, because it's not their love, it's not their situation. It's not their job to judge you for who you are and what you feel. You know, if anything, as a society, we should welcome how people feel and welcome how people feel and try to understand, you know, in my opinion. And I have not ever been the best at understanding. I did try, but I never really, like, you know, fully understood, or, like, it's not the world's place to say who you are and what you should do. I mean, if you're not hurting anybody and, like, you're just trying to express love, then I don't see the problem with what you're doing, you know? But I do understand at the same time, like, there's a boundary, and that boundary, and I'm so sorry that, you know, I'm so bad at this, you know, I'm not so good at talking that much, honestly. But, you know, I wanted to say that you are probably loved. You're probably loved, and the person that does love you really, really wants to fix whatever thing you did have, or make what you do have better. And I truly believe that everyone has someone who loves them, or multiple people that love you if you're lucky, you know? some people are just blessed with multiple multiple people loving them. And if that's the case, then you're a very lucky person. If that person that loves you is there and you're just ignoring that, I think that's wrong. You know, it's not wrong to not love someone back, but to blatantly ignore them, I think is wrong. Because, you know, that person's pouring their heart out for you. And if you're just brushing them off and not giving them even the time of day, especially if you had something with them previously and, you know, something happened and you guys broke up, that person broke up with you or you got broken up with, and you think it's okay just to, you know, ignore them or even like use that against them for your own advantage or for your own pleasure, then I think it's time to reevaluate. I'm not one to judge who you are and what you do with your time, but I think you need to reevaluate if you ever even love that person at all. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That was an accident. I'm sorry. Hey, man. I think you need to reevaluate if you ever love that person at all. It's inhuman, in my opinion, to, you know, if you guys break up and everything just flips off, then, like, correct me if I'm wrong, is this a common experience? Not that I've had it or anything, but I have, honestly. Did you ever love them? And if you didn't, I think it's like a tree, and like I said before, it's not that simple. It's never as simple as yes or no. But I think it's, did you love them? Did you really love them? If no, why were you together? If yes, what is prohibiting you from talking this out, figuring it out, you know? And if it's just neglect, or not neglect, hate, or distaste, or whatever it may be, you know, why is that feeling there? And can you solve it by talking to that person? If you can't solve it talking to that person, will time solve it? And if time won't solve it, then will anything ever? And if anything never will, that just circles back around to you know, if you hate them so much and, you know, one moment in a million did that, then did you ever love them at all? And if you don't love them, then did you ever? And if you really hate them that much over, you know, one moment in a million, I think you should tell them that you never loved them. You know, I feel like they deserve that, you know, as, I don't know, consolation, or like something along those lines, you know what I mean? They deserve that closure. Closure is the word. They deserve that closure, you know, because you moved on so easily. You know, it all flipped off and you stopped loving them as soon as you guys broke up. But that person still loves you. Like a lot. Like more than you will ever know. And that person loves you so much, and you never loved them at all. Not only does that say a couple things about you and what your intentions were, but it says things about the kind of person that you will be and what you will continue to do to others. And no one wants that. No one wants to not be loved or loved untruly. Nobody has ever craved that. So yeah, I guess I don't know if this is like a logical fallacy or whatever you may call it, but G&G cards. You know, if you really truly loved them and you really thought they were the one for you, then there is no reason you can't talk out what's going on and forgive them and, you know, fill yourself with some kindness. Like going back to like the old couple conversation. Going back to that old couple, those people really truly loved each other. That's why they die together. That's why everything sorry, I'm trying to word this. That's why at the end of their lives and at the end of every single day since they were probably 18, 19, 20, 21, something like that, every night they have been next to each other. Or they've written each other letters, or as they got older, they've texted each other every night. They've always been there. And when times got tough, they always found their way back to each other, no matter what. And I think that is love. I think that's what love is. I think that at the end of the day, sorry, I'm tearing up a little bit. Even when things get hard, you find your way back to each other, no matter what. And I think that's what love is. At its deepest level, you know. Of course, you have to understand, and you have to care, and you have to be kind, and, you know, empathetic. And that plays a big, big part of what love is, you know, on the more surface level, in my opinion. But deeper, I think it's about how you're there for that person, you know. And there will be times where you miss moments in that person's life, and you even mess their days up. But like I said, forgiveness and kindness go so far in not only a relationship, but a friendship, or with your parents, or there's no way that whatever happened is, unless they like killed your family, you know, like there's no reason you can't forgive them, right? You know, even if you found out that your husband or your wife slept with someone else, there's I mean, yeah, it's your right to leave. It's your right to get up and move on. But there is no reason that if you truly love that person for so long, that you can't talk to them and, you know, forgive them, or at least understand them. There's no reason that that can't happen. You know, there's no reason you can't get over it. And even if you do break up, you know, it's not like that person just disappears. You know, that person still loves you a lot, deep down. But, you know, if you just can't accept that, and if that person hurt you too bad, which too bad is, you know, that's on you to make your boundaries. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. But you know, why can't you forgive them? What's the reason? Is someone holding you back? Are you holding you back? Did you do something that you can't forgive yourself for? Or have you just hardened your heart? Which, in my opinion, you shouldn't do for most things, you know? You know, we want these things like, and I'm gonna get a little political here, but that's kind of the whole point. People want these things out of our nation, out of our world, that, you know, they want acceptance for, you know, gay people or transgender people or different races. And I agree. We should be accepting of people. But how can we demand acceptance when you can't even forgive someone who slightly wronged you? Why in the world would anyone want to accept someone who can't even let go? And I've been that person. Who can't let go of a wrong, or multiple wrongs, or it could have been nothing at all. It could have just been me that made it up. But how am I going to ask for acceptance for anything when I have to do this mission again, when I couldn't even forgive a wrong done against me? How is that fair at all? You know, they say life isn't fair. I disagree. You know, if it's not fair, then, you know, make it fair. You know, the story here is that forgive that person, you know? You never know when they might not be here anymore. You know, did your dad mistreat you as a kid? You know, you should forgive him. You should forgive him because you don't know how long he's going to live. Did your mom mess you up as a kid? I'll be honest, I had familial issues as a child, and up until I was in my 20s probably. But, you know, they're forgiven, and I have a million traumas, in all honesty. But my trauma is not me. I am not my trauma, you know. I am more than that. I am a person who is worthy of love and respect and forgiveness and mercy and grace. But, you know, it's not necessarily my right. it's not necessarily my right. It just, it's what I ask for. And I also try to forgive. And, forgiveness is not, you wake up one day or, an issue happens one day and then the next day you wake up and you're like, oh, it's all fine. It's good. No biggie. Because that's not forgiveness. That's you suppressing your emotions just to be around someone that hurt you. And it makes it even worse if that person invalidates what you're feeling after a day or two. But still, if you love that person, you will figure it out. In my opinion, even if you break up, even if you get so low that you get hateful to each other, I think you'll figure it out. And there's a quote from one of my favorite movies, Interstellar. Whew. Okay, sorry about that. My recording cut out. But as I was saying, one of my favorite quotes from Interstellar is, "Love is the one thing that we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space." And I believe that. Also, we're on a little bit of a different...
He was being mean at that point, but I'm
Oh.
sure he's going to turn around it, so
Oops, sorry.
as well. And
I accidentally switched
I
my...
love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone.
audio output.
The second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. I love the thought of being.
But, as I was saying, it does really transcend the dimensions of time and space. You should forgive that person. Because, you never know if that person will be here tomorrow.
You should keep doing all of them.
Oh
yeah, my name's Hobo Johnson. People like to say I'm a rapper. I'm actually not. I produced this myself. I'm hella.
You never know if that person that you're upset with is going to be here tomorrow,
She's so nice. She was so nice and cared about me. No one
I
else
don't
did.
remember
Literally, I don't think I've ever felt love before that. She's a peach.
what exactly I had already said before my recording cut out, but
Yes.
I was saying that,
I love the thought of being with
if your dad wronged you when you were a kid,
They say it takes 2 years to come back down to earth from that lovely place. I heard it's so nice. Good for you.
you should forgive him. And I was saying that I have a lot of trauma, and all of those people are forgiven. And I was also saying that, it takes time. It does take time to forgive someone. It's not just someone wrongs you today and then tomorrow you wake up and forgive them. But you should really think on it. And if someone loves you, in summary, if someone loves you, you should really think about that. If you've known someone for years and they pour their heart out for you, and you said you loved them and it just disappeared, then you need to reevaluate if you ever loved that person. If you didn't, you should tell them. If you did, you should talk it out with them and, figure it out, and figure out what you can do from there. People who are so desperate to be in love would give anything to have the opportunity, or the chance, rather, that you have. And opportunity, chance, rather, they would be so grateful to have someone love you, have someone love them as much as a person loves you. You know what I mean? it's not something you play around with. I think it's to be taken seriously and fought for and considered and treated gently. And, you know, if you can't do that, then you just need to start, asking yourself questions. But I think I'm going to end it here. That's pretty much everything I have to say. And just so you know, this is relatable. It might be a skewed perspective because it's coming from personal experience in my life. So feel free to ask questions, leave comments, like it if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike it. But just know that you are loved, and you know, there's no one that's going to stop that love from reaching you, because like I said, I think it transcends time and space, you know. So yeah, I hope you hear this, and I hope you think about me. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.